So this question tends to come back to my head all the time. And it's probably one of the most complex questions in this entire world that I think all humans ask themselves at least once. This question always seems to make its way back to my mind no matter what I do. And it just happened while I was in the shower. And I just felt so drawn, so torn to share it. Because when I ask myself this question, I feel so alone in it. And so I'm looking to see if there's anybody that feels the same way. And it's not that it's a bad or a good thing or that I'm searching for validation. I just want to know other people's experience. The question that I'm referring to is, what's the point of life? Okay, and not to take away from the Bible, not to take away from God, because I'm a big believer in both. But even with those things, you're going to have your doubts. And I guess I was just sitting in one of mine earlier. Even with the Bible, even with God, what's the point of life? If you're an atheist, what's the point of life? If you're Muslim, what's the point of life? We all have to ask ourselves this question as a human being. And I feel like the most common answer that comes to me is, well, Josh, the experience. What you experience in this life. Memories, experiences with family, vacations, trips. But that's all it ever is. And that's all it ever will be. And it can be wiped away like that. You get Alzheimer's, you get some kind of memory loss, you hit your head, then it's all gone. So the point of life is the experience, but if the experience you don't remember, then what is the point of life? That's probably the most sufferable thing, is not being able to remember. And what this ties into so greatly is a client I have at my job. For those of you that don't know, I'm a personal trainer. And I have a lot of older clientele. Something to also add in this without going down a rabbit hole is listen to older people. That is how you get wise. Listen to the stories they have to tell. Comfort them. You will learn so much from people that are twice your age. It is not even funny. But in our generation, we for some reason have a problem of just wanting to run our mouths and get validated. Listen to what they have to say. They are so intelligent. You need to listen to what they have to say and learn from it, so you don't make the same mistakes they did. That's how you evolve. That's how you evolve in humanity, right? I have a client, I'm not going to say his name, but I always look forward to seeing this gentleman. Great guy. I want to say he's in his 80s or 90s. I always look forward to seeing his face. And the amazing thing about this guy is he's always positive. And we love, like, everybody loves a positive person. But there's just something about him. And when I ask him about it, he always comes back to the story of when he had surgery, the doctor told him he had, 3 months left to live, a few weeks to walk. And so he took that with a grain of salt, and he told himself, well, when my time is to go, God will take me away. Safe to say he's still alive, even after the surgery being many years ago. So he basically tells me that he's just happy. He just thanks God every morning he wakes up, and he's happy to be here another day. And he's going to try his best every single day. Like, there's just something so gravitational about him that just pulls me in that I just can't explain. Like, his stories, his wisdom, his genuinity. Like, he's so genuine. It's so drawing to me. But it all comes back to this one question: what is the point of life? And he tells me that in his memories, he told me this the other day. He can only remember when he was hurting or suffering because he's old, he has a lot of body aches and different things. So he says what he'll do once a year is he'll take a bunch of this prescription that his doctor gave him, and he'd take like a little too much where it kind of like numbs him to where he'll have a day where he's pain free. So he basically told me, like, get this, he basically told me that he does that like once a year so he can remember in his mind what it was like to live a day not in pain. Like, is that not the most like sad thing you've ever heard in your life? He takes that prescription to feel numb for a whole day so he can remember in his mind a day where he wasn't hurting. Like, bro. Again, this makes me wonder and ask the question, what is the point of life? And I think everybody would have a different answer to this. My answer ultimately is purpose. Because without purpose, I feel so lost. Imagine your life without purpose. Imagine an easy life. You never got sick, family never died, you never had problems, everything was just perfect. Is life really life at that point? What's the point of life? If you can please share your experiences in the comments below, I'd appreciate it.